the National Football League on EA Sports.
As we see a team who left
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Gardner's the kind of guy that you just say his name. You just look at him there with the mustache in the huddle. He just puts a smile on your face. And oh, by the way, he tends to elevate the people around him. Last year in Indianapolis, filling in for Anthony Richardson, yeah, it was only 15 touchdowns on paper. But man, he made that team believe, that city believe. And he's hoping to do the same here in Vegas.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Madison again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 3 yards, that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll go right back to Madison. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Minshew. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action. It's Minshew. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they're the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Out of the gun, Madison. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 41. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10, Minshew. That one is caught left side of the field. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running it after the penalty. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
From the shotgun, Minshew. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by the 5th-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly. The way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the play fake, it's Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 3rd down, Herbert. To the sideline, and it is caught. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
touchdown right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10, Herbert. Fires over the middle, caught. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Trying it left side with Edwards. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Has it in close, and he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. That one right down the middle. And we're all knotted up. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Trey Tucker to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. It's the end of the 1st in this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll start this drive out 1st and 10. Running right, it's Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Madison. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Chargers take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Completed here to Johnston. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running behind center with Edwards. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first, with some room to spare.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw, Herbert. Got him in, over the middle, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers hoping to break this tie before the half. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Herbert. On target to Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Got him in open across the field, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Now Herbert again. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. It's Herbert once more. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Herbert throwing again. He brings it in. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Herbert to throw once more. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This from 30 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. So we've reached half. Dealing with some time constraints, it seems. We'll bypass halftime and get right back to the action. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Herbert now off the play fake. This ball's kept by Palmer. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up an LA first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Handoff headed right, it's Edwards. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Dicker on now for the PAT. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They go with Madison here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
3rd and long, it's Minshew. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. The Chargers and Gus Edwards headed back out on offense. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a give to Edwards, running left. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Herbert from the gun. Hurst there to grab it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Herbert back to throw. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Edwards. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Sticking with Edwards here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. So we're through 3 here. It's Charger. They've got first down from the 31. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Now Edwards. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. Third down coming up. To the air this time, Herbert. They'll set up the wide receiver screen here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. His return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Enough goes to Madison, running right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Minshew on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky, they're blind. Without that ball being tipped, we were looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Minshew. That's caught for the 1st. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10 from the 41. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 1st is Minshew. Escapes the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
And they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there is working. As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They snap it. Here's Minshew. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. A give to Edwards. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's a handoff here to Edwards. Jukes his way into the clear. 16 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this forward to the 19. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Edwards. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Edwards on the carry. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And they'll take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. And they'll kneel this down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You